Hello Bridge Kids! It's so good to be with you and so good to be able to read you another amazing story about how great our God is. Okay, and this story is found in the book of Daniel again, but it's not about Daniel this time, it's about 3 different men. Here they are. One is called Meshach, one is called Shadrach, and one is called Abednego. And they served King Nebuchadnezzar. I know you all know this king, King Nebuchadnezzar. They served him. And you know, one day, King Nebuchadnezzar built something. He built something incredible. He built a huge image of gold that stood, are you ready, 90 feet high. Here it is. Look at that statue, 90 feet high, a statue of himself. And to give you a bit of information about how big 90 feet is, it's the same as if 15 men all stood on top of each other. How crazy is that? That's how big the statue is. And you know what? King Nebuchadnezzar made an announcement. He said, anybody that can hear my voice, when the music plays, you need to bow down and worship this statue of me. Otherwise, and this was what he said, if you do not bow down and worship me, you will be thrown into a fiery furnace. Oh no. And you know, the problem is with this, is that God doesn't want us to worship anything else but him. Nothing else. And the next time the music played, so imagine the music's playing, everybody stopped what they were doing, bowed down and worshipped this statue. Well, not quite everybody. I tell you who didn't. Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego didn't bow down and worship the statue. They only worshipped their God, our God. And people heard about this and people were not happy. They ran as fast as they could to tell the king what had happened. And when King Nebuchadnezzar found out about this, he was angry, and he ordered Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego to come and speak to him to explain what they had done. And the king said, is it true, Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego, that you did not bow down? Well, I'll give you one more chance, and if not, you will be thrown into the fiery furnace. And you know what? This is what Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego said to the king. They looked at each other and they replied. They said, "O King Nebuchadnezzar, we didn't make a mistake and we won't apologize for not bowing down. If we are thrown into the furnace, the God we worship will save us and he will rescue us. But even if he doesn't, we want you to know that we will never serve your gods or ever worship this image of gold." Now, if King Nebuchadnezzar was mad before, he got even more angry. Can you do your best angry face? He was so angry, and right away he ordered the fiery furnace to be heated up as hot as it can be. And he sent his soldiers to go and get Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego to throw them into the fire. But do you know what? This story is incredible because what happens next is amazing. So Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego are all in the fire. But King Nebuchadnezzar sees something. He spots something and he jumps to his feet in amazement and he says, "Weren't there only 3 men in the fire?" And the soldiers said, "Yes, King, Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego." And the king said, "Look, I can see 4 men walking around in the fire. untied, unhurt, and the fourth looks like some kind of angel. Wow. And Nebuchadnezzar then came as close as he could to the furnace, and he shouted in the doorway, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, follower of the Most High God, come out, come here." And the three men walked out of the furnace, how incredible, without any burns. They had no hairs on their head, nothing was burned, no hair, all their clothes were fine, there was not even a smell of fire on them. And at that moment, King Nebuchadnezzar knew that they worshipped a real God, and not some fake statue that he'd created, and that their God had saved them. How incredible is that story, Bridge Kids? It's so good to be able to read with you again about how amazing our God is. See you soon!